Well, I figured out. Yeah, I was watching, like, how is Mexico dealing with it? Right? They're not a bunch of crybabies. They don't have, like, near the many cases that the United States has. And that's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. They're a bunch of crybabies. They're programmed by the television brainwashing machine, mind control machine. You know, oh, you got a little sniffle? Oh, you got a little cough? Run to the store. Run to the store. You got to buy something. You got to buy something, you know, because you're sick. You got to go buy some. Now, instead of running to the store, oh, you may have the coronavirus. You got to run to the emergency room, right? You got to run to the damn emergency room. And that's why there's so many more cases in the United States than anywhere else. Because, this is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. It's like emergency rooms are like drive-thrus. Yeah, and they actually have emergency room drive-thrus now. You can go get tested, and see if you have it or not, right? So this makes the numbers skyrocket. That doesn't happen in other countries. Okay, doesn't. They get up off of their ass and they go and pick the crops. They go and do the work and get their ass to work and do what they got to do anyway, whether they're sick or not. Life goes on. That's what I did when I was in Los Angeles, stranded in Los Angeles for a month. All right, because by Amtrak, I walked about 5 to 10 miles a day, even though I was sick, even though my nose hurt and I was runny nose and sneezing and all that, and it got into my lungs, and yes, it hurt. Oh, it was terrible. But life goes on, right? And we didn't know anything about it in February. And I just kept on walking. Got up off my ass every day. Walked to the, like I said, buses wouldn't take me anywhere. I was driving Miss Dolly. And of course, they don't want to take you nowhere when you're disabled and have you're not in a wheelchair, because they want to try and put you in a wheelchair. I'm trying to stay out of the wheelchair, even though I'm having neuropathy and I'm disabled. I'm trying not to go there. It's like I'm trying not to go to the emergency room when I get sick, because that's the last place you want to go, is to a hospital, because that's where all the sick people are, right? So all you're going to do is just catch something else and get more sick. If you're not sick, you will be by the time you leave there. Okay? And that's why I stay away from hospitals, emergency rooms, and all that. I don't even want to go anywhere near those places if I don't have to. So when I got sick in Los Angeles, I didn't go to a damn emergency room. I didn't go to a hospital. I just sucked it up, got up off my ass every day, and walked. That's, you want to get deep breathing into your lungs and all that they're talking about to get rid of it. That's what you do. You get up off your ass, you get out in the sun, like I was, for hours in the sun. Which, 15 minutes, you got enough vitamin D for a week. So I was out in the sun for hours, collecting lots of vitamin D, and I got rid of it. I'm fine. That was months ago. And if they're telling people to stay home and quarantine, and you can't get out in the sun, and you can't do what you normally do every day, you're probably going to get even sicker and even possibly die from it. Okay, it's probably going to eat you alive, because they're telling you got to stay inside when there's no sun, and and when you can get vitamin D, you should be outside in the sun, right? Outside in the sun, getting vitamin D, walking, getting out, expanding your lungs, doing everything that they're telling people not to do. And that's, that's the irony of it all, right? you know, that's why, people just got to ignore all the hysteria, all the craziness that's going on, and do what you should be doing, which is getting outside, walking in the sun, expanding your lungs, so you can get rid of it, so it doesn't kill you, so you don't have to end up in the emergency room. All right, because believe me, I went through it for 3 weeks, and I'm just fine. So if I can get through it, anybody can. All right, anyone can. All right, and the advice they're giving people is, I think, really bad advice, because if you're not getting the right vitamin D levels, and from the sun, and if you're not taking vitamin D, then you're going to end up getting very, very sick from it. All right, because you're not getting the nutrients you need to fight this off. Because this virus hates the sun. It wants you to stay inside. It wants you to lay down and die, just like Cuomo said. It wants you to lay down and die. It wants you to stay indoors and not get out in the sun and, walk around and fill your lungs up with air and do all the things. Oh, you got to do exercise. Fuck exercise. You need to get out and exercise. Walk. Fill your lungs up with air like normally. You don't have to do exercises. If you walk far enough, believe me, you'll be getting plenty of air in your lungs, okay? Because you'll need it for oxygen. And that's what I did without even realizing it. I did it because I had to do it, and I got through it, and I got rid of it. It's that simple. So and the numbers are astronomical, because this is a wealthy country, and people just drop everything they're doing, run to the store, run to the emergency room every time they get a little or sniffle. And and that seems to be most of the problem now, isn't it? So that's why the numbers here are just so astronomical, because in other countries they don't do that. All right, they don't. All right, they don't have the way or the means or whatever, and they just don't. So this is why our numbers are just through the roof. All right. So anyway, and and of course more deaths and everything else, because people are being told to stay indoors, stay inside. Don't get outside in the sun. Don't get out and walk around and be around other people. And you're going to die. So good luck with that. See ya.